What? Dude, guys. Whatever I say or do inside this video does not count. It does not count. I currently am in a manic state. This was so horrible. I can't even put words on it. Joe Pesci made a hip-hop jazz album. And unfortunately, I had the misfortune. I don't know what I did, God. What did I do? To listen to a song called Wise Guy. And it is so horrifyingly bad. I'm going to go over it. But let me tell you what. This album, which I'm not going to listen to the whole album. You would literally have to pay me. You would have to pay me to listen to the whole album. Wise Guy was so horrifyingly bad. And by the way, before I go over the song, let me give you a little bit of a history lesson. This dropped in 1998. If you don't know what happened in 1998, it's one of the greatest years in hip-hop. I mean, guys, this is when Moment of Truth from Gangstar dropped, one of the greatest albums in hip-hop history. This is when Black Star made their debut. This is when DMX dropped It's Dark and Hell is Hot, one of the greatest albums ever. This is when he dropped Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. Redman dropped Docs the Name 2000. Method Man made his follow-up out. Guys! The year started with The Lox, Styles P, Jadakiss, and Sheek Louch dropping Money, Power, Respect. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Corrupt made his debut album. Cam'ron made his debut album. Cannabis made his debut album. I can go on it. Volume 2 from Jay-Z. Hard Knock Life. Did I mention Capital Punishment by Big Pun or the Don Cartagena by Fat Joe? You know what's crazy? Def Squad. Guys, I literally just named Aquemini by Outkast. Okay, you know what? That's enough. I just named around 10 plus albums. Some of the greatest albums to have ever graced the ears of hip-hop fans. This is one of the most jam-packed years in hip-hop history. And Joe Pesci, Josefina Pescianino, decided to take out his ass, his rump, and just shit everywhere. Oh, thank God it wasn't 94, 96. Then I would be having a heart attack. I don't know, guys. This Wise Guy song was so horrifyingly bad. Brace yourself. I'm getting lightheaded. Brace yourself. My live reaction is on my Clips channel. Guys, this is so bad. Let me tell you what. The song opens up with turntables. And it goes right into this horrifyingly bad, like this jazz. And I'm a wise guy. I'm a wise guy. It's the bitches that'll get you. It's the bitches that'll get you. I'm a wise guy. Did I also mention that Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap dropped in 98? And so did Snoop. Did I also mention Tupac's Greatest Hits also dropped in 98? Did I also... Guys, listen. He literally states that he has a fat ass. I don't know what to tell you. The song, it's so bad upon all degrees. The cadence is obnoxious, and it's at this same level. Like, if you ever wanted to know what car sickness sounded like, this is perfect. This will make you car sick. I never knew that I could get car sick from a song. And it comes in and it has these chiming bells. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. Which, chiming bells in hip-hop, it's not something that's new. I mean, even DMX has used chiming bells in his song. But there's a point where it works. And there's a point where it just is like, oh, fuck yourself. There's a point where it's just so bad. I made me want to put pencils up my nose and slam my head against the desk. It was so bad. And it sounded like Futurama. If you ever seen Futurama, you know, with the robot Bender and Zoidberg and Fry and whatever. They sounded the chiming bells. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, what am I listening to? What am I listening to? Oh, and it comes from an album called like Vinny LaGuardia Gambini Sings to You. Oh, rolls off the fucking tongue. Oh, it's so smooth. So yeah, so when you have, albums called, Illmatic, Me Against the World, and this swimming pool of names you could go for. Amazing names. Simple names. You could just pull an Eminem and call it the Slim Shady LP. The Marshall Mathers LP. Just pull an Eminem. Just do it. And I want to say sorry to every single rapper who I name dropped inside this video, from the Lox to Eminem to Pac to Nas. I want to say sorry for name dropping you inside this review in which I am going over this song called Wise Guy. I want to, from the deep, literally, I'm sorry. I apologize. But let me tell you what. A made man fact, like my ass is fat. Catch Joe in Bermuda throwing it back. What does that mean? What could that possibly mean? What could it mean? What? What could that possibly mean? What could that possibly mean? I'm Puerto Rican, if that ain't apparent. I have never heard somebody say, yo, I'm a made man, that's a fact. Like a fact, like your ass is fat? So you get it. What? What does that mean? I've never heard something like that. What are you talking about? And then the next dude throwing it back? What are you talking about? What could you possibly be on? And what could you possibly be talking about that I don't get? Listen, man, I speak English and I speak Spanish. That shit don't make sense in either language. I'll learn a third one for you. But I don't know, maybe that's some Italian type of phrasing? Maybe that's some Italian. I don't know, y'all. You're coming into hip-hop, you gotta speak the language. That's what it is. If you're gonna come into hip-hop, you gotta learn the language. Okay? If you're throwing it back, I don't know what context should I possibly be missing. The chiming bells come in, and it gets back to this chorus. This hook. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. It sounds like little girls playing hopscotch. Or like little girls playing double dutch. So we have a mob song where I'm supposed to be under this impression you're a mobster. I can't play. Hey, back up. So you got people like Jay-Z with the mobster persona. People like Pun and Joe with the mobster, Dawn Carter Gina, mobster persona. And you're a mobster too. Go, let me peep it. Goodfellas, Casino, we all know that. And a wonderful day in the neighborhood, and a wonderful day in the neighborhood. What? Dude, that shit just makes me want to punch myself in the face and swallow my own teeth. I can feel my blood vessels. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe what I heard. I still can't believe it. I never thought in all my years I would hear something so coherently horrendous. And I think that's the part that makes it the worst is that it's coherently horrendous. It functions. It functions. That's the part that makes it so bad, is that it functions. What do I mean by that? Ice Spice. She has made some of the worst music ever. But it doesn't quite function. It doesn't quite make sense. It's that music. You know what I'm saying? Not something you're supposed to tune your ear to. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? And you got Lil Xan, another one of the worst rappers ever. In my opinion, is the worst rapper to have ever rapped. I think Ice Spice would body him. He has his first album called Total Xanarchy, which is, it doesn't function. This has a coherent chorus. It has verses. It has a coherent style of rap with a cadence. It's a song, it's actually a coherent song. It functions. The car runs. It drives. It pulls out the driveway. It's not supposed to do that. It is the worst song I've ever heard in my life that functions. Now, like I said, there's other songs that are so horrible, or they're horrifying, where you don't know what he's saying, where the beat is just bleh, and there's not really verses, and there's not really a chorus, and there's not really anything that's amounting to anything, right? But the mixing on here is fine. Everything is it's functioning. The car it turns on, but you're driving a fucking Mater. You're driving the Rust Bucket, guys. I don't know. The hook. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, a wonderful day in the neighborhood for a drive-by. He then follows that up with saying that he does not do drive-bys.